All right. Oh, looks like two people dropped down. No worries. Okay, so I hope everyone's fresh and ready to learn the customization of WordPress site. Okay, so shall we start? Are we all here? Just put start in the chat and we can start. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. Okay, now let's go ahead and learn how to customize your particular website using the Astra theme. Okay, now for that, okay, since we have already installed the Astra theme, you can just check it over here. We have installed the Astra theme. Okay, now under Astra, whenever you install Astra theme, okay, you would get a new option over here under appearance called as Astra options. Okay, now once you install Astra options, you would see here, this is the main control room. Okay, or actually customize option is the main control room or your heart of your designing thing in WordPress. Okay, so you can check over here. So Astra provides a dedicated settings page, okay, through which you can directly navigate to a certain part of your page which you want to customize. Okay, so you can check here: header builder, footer builder, layout options, blog layouts, upload logo, set colors, customize fonts, sidebar options. So these are the main settings that you get with the free version of Astra. Okay, so since Sanjay has promised you guys, all of you guys, the Astra Pro, okay, you would also be getting a separate plugin, okay, which is an add-on plugin of the Astra free theme. Okay, once you install Astra Pro, you will get a lot more features, as in these are the different options that you will get. More options available with Astra Pro. Okay, that is, you will get more options in color, typography, spacing, nav menu, sticky headers, and everything. Okay, we'll see all these options today, okay, in the next coming 1 hour. And apart from all these things, okay, Astra also has altogether a different set of plugins which you can check over here. So these are the plugins which gives you more options with your Astra free theme. So those who do not have Astra Pro can also use these options to do a slight couple of changes if you want to add custom fonts, custom typekit fonts, and everything. Okay, so these are the couple of options what you get with the free Astra theme. Okay, now since you already have Astra Pro, you did not put all this or activate all these things. You will get options to activate all these options. Okay, so first let's go ahead and check what are the different options in Astra free version. Okay, so let's go to the customize option. Okay, this is where you'll have to go ahead and control or use your options to customize everything. Okay, so this is the control room or heart of the most of the WP themes. It's not just Astra theme. You install any WordPress theme out there, and to make some changes or do some changes inside the theme or to customize any part of the theme, you'll have to go to the customizer option. Okay, that is appearance customize. So that's where you will find these options. Okay, now once you install this, okay, the first option is more of options available in Astra Pro. Of course, they'll try to promote and everything. Okay, so first let's go ahead and check what are the global options. Okay, now under global, now these are the global options because this is controlling your overall website and not just one article or one page or anything. So this is where you can control your typography, colors, container, and buttons globally. Okay, now first option is the typography. What is the overall typography that you want on your entire website? Okay, now this is one option that most of you guys say, hey, what font should I use? What is the size that I should use? What is the weight that I should use, and so on. Okay, so if you guys are so concerned about it, okay, so that is where Astra has played its part, and they have given some preset options. Okay, so here they have given you 6 presets which you can directly use in, and without any worry, it will control all your typography. Okay, so there are 6 options. The option number 1 is Playfair Display Open Sans. You can hover on this and check. Okay, so here it gives you 2 fonts. So that is Playfair Display will be your headings font and Open Sans will be your body font. Right, there are 2 types of fonts, right? So one is this heading font, that is how to sign up and enjoy and thing, and then there are paragraph fonts, right? So that is called as the body fonts. Okay, so yeah, Mishi, it's not essential to upload element or plugin to access design part. So right now we are not using any additional plugins or anything. We are just using the theme and trying to customize our WordPress website using the theme. Okay, so it's purely Astra. and I'm purely using the free version right now. I'll also show you what are the options when you get Astra Pro as well. Okay, let's go first with the free one. So now presets. Okay, now you can see here when I'm clicking on any one of these. Okay, you can see here all these are 6 different options, and all these 6 options that has a different heading and a different body font. Okay, so let's check the first one. Now, as soon as I click on the first one, you will see it gets loaded and it changes the overall entire website's typography, right? If you want to use this, you can use this, or if you want to change your preset to something else, you can change it and it will control on the entire website. Okay, so this is a preset, so it will control all your body font, variants, and size and everything. You don't have to custom do it. Okay, but if you don't want to custom or if you don't want a preset, okay, you can also customize it. Okay, from the options over here, that is what is the body font. So you can see here there are so many options. Okay, whatever you deem fit, can go ahead and choose. Let's say you want an Arial font, you just put Arial, or if you want a Times New Roman, or whatever that you want. Okay, you can control it over here, and you can see the live preview as well over here. Okay, as well as if you want to control the size, you can just control the sizes as well. Right, so that's how you can check. I would recommend if you are a newbie or a beginner, just try out these options, use the preset options so that it's very easy and it looks very neat and clean on your website. Okay, then if you want to customize, you have the body font family option where you can go ahead and choose the font. Here you go ahead and choose the variant, what is the size or weight of your particular font. You can control the size. Okay, weight is basically the thickness of your font. Okay, if you choose a bigger one, let's say bold, you can see how thick it would be. Or if you choose thin, you can see here the body font changes into very light thin weight, right? That is the thickness of your font. You can control it over here if you want. You can control the line height, that is the space between 2 lines. Okay, and then there are paragraph margin bottom. Okay, that is the space after a paragraph. Okay, you can control all these different options. Okay, then comes your heading font family. So here you are setting your body font, here you were setting your heading font. Okay, now similarly you have the same options. Choose your font, choose your variant, choose your weights, whether you want it to be capitalized, uppercase, lowercase, how do you want your headings to be shown, what is the line height and everything. Okay, also you can control it heading wise, right? So this we saw in while adding your blog post, right? So if you have your H1, H2, H3, H4 and so on, you can customize it directly from here. Okay, you can choose to keep it separate. I mean, choose to give custom values, or if you're using a preset, you can choose this option called as inherit. So inherit basically means whatever is the setting given above, it will automatically pick those settings and use those in your layouts. Okay, so these are the different settings that you get under typography, and this is controlled globally on your entire website, on all your pages, posts, articles, categories, wherever you want to show the font. Okay, so that's why this particular setting is under global setting. Okay, then comes your, okay, let me just go ahead and choose one. Okay, let's say I want this. Okay, now then comes your color part. So again, colors, a lot of you ask questions like which colors to choose, will this color match with the other colors and so on, etc. So there are a lot of color palettes available on the internet. Okay, if you want to go ahead and choose or pick those, you can pick those. Or Astra again has gone ahead and created some preset values. Okay, palette 1, palette 2, and palette 3. And if you want to use those, you can directly choose those options, and within 1 second, you can change the entire color scheme of your website. Okay, or if you want to give custom values, you can always click on those particular colors and give a custom value as well. Okay, so there are some preset colors what you can choose, or you can control the transparency as well over here. Okay, cool. So if you want to use this option, you can use this option, or if you want to again give custom value, if you want to set what is your theme color. So theme color is basically the overall entire main color, you can say, okay, of your entire website. Okay, you can choose what is your link color. So whenever someone clicks on any link or hovers on any link, what is the link color that should be shown. Okay, you can choose it over here, link color and link hover color. Hover color is basically when someone takes your mouse on top of any link. That's the hover color. Okay. Also, you can choose your heading color. What is your H1 to H6, what color you want, and your text color. Okay. So if you want to see, I'll just change it up and show. I'll just choose green for the text so that you can see the difference here live. Right. If you want to give custom values, you can do that. Let's say for link, you want in a certain blue color. You can see it wherever there is a link, it's showing in a certain blue color, and let's change the link hover color to red. Okay, so which means when I hover on this link, it changes to red, right? So if you want to change this color globally on your entire website, you can use this option. Or what you can do is just click on palette 1, palette 2, or palette 3, and depending on those, you can control your colors. Cool. Now, okay. Now, apart from that, you also have an option called as site background. Okay. Now, if you want to give a particular color for your overall background, you can use that option. Okay. Now, there are three options under site background. One is color, one is gradient, and one is an image. So color is where you can choose a solid color. Okay. You can either drop in your hex color code, or you can choose from this layout or this color patch. Okay. Whatever color that you want. Or you can choose a gradient color. When you choose gradient, you can give two different colors, two different options you can choose over here. One is, let's say, a blue, and the other side you can choose and separate color called as red. And now you can see here it has a different feel, right? So on the bottom you have something red, and on the top you have something red. So it's a gradient color, right? Apart from that, you also have an option called as image. Let's say you want to show a certain image on the background, you can show that image as well. Cool. So you can use this option for your site background. Okay. Now, apart from this, you also have an option just next to this option. Okay. Can you guys see this icon? Okay, which I've marked under yellow. Okay. And then there is another option which is marked under red, right? So the yellow icon is for reset. Okay. So if you want to reset, if you're given some values and if you want to reset, you can just use this option which is under yellow, inside the box yellow. And the red option, okay, so this is a compatible view button. Okay, when you click on this icon, okay, it changes from desktop to tablet, and if you click again, it changes from tablet devices to your mobile devices. Okay, so you can control accordingly. Okay, you can give different values for desktop, different values for tablet mode, and different values for your mobile mode as well. Okay, so you can actually give through three colors, one color for your desktop, one color for your tablet mode, and one color for your mobile mode as well. Okay, so you can play around with all these settings and everything. And apart from that, you also have an option called as content background. Okay, so content background is this place, the white that you see now over here inside this box. Okay, so here this particular portion, okay, if you want to control this portion, this is your content background. Okay, so whatever color that you want to give, you can use this option. So these are the color options which you can control overall for your entire website. Okay, then comes your container. Okay, container basically means the size or the width of your screen. Okay, so the default width of your screen is 1200. Okay, if you want to decrease, you can decrease it. So if you decrease it, it becomes squeezed in, right? You can see here now. And if you want to increase it a bit more than 2000, so I would recommend you keep as 1200, or if you want to keep 1400, you can keep 1400 as well. So that's again a good spacing or a width for a good website. Okay, so you can control those options. And this is the container width, what you can set it, give a custom value. Okay, also you can use options called as full width contained and full width stretched. Okay, now there are 4 default options that you get when you install. Now this is coming through Astra. Okay, so Astra has 4 different options. One is a boxed width, one is a content boxed width. Okay, Then there is a full width contained and full width stretch. Okay. Boxed width is everything is boxed, everything is squeezed in. Okay. In a content box, only your content is squeezed in and rest everything is to the extreme corners. Okay. Full width is you won't have this gray icon, gray background. This gray background, what you see and the extreme background, you won't see this option if you choose full width. Okay. And full width stretches, everything is extremely touching to the left and right. So that's how it works. Okay, let me just show you. Full width stretch. You can see here, all your content, everything is extremely touching the left and right. Okay, let me just publish and show you on the front end so that it's pretty clear. Let's refresh and boom. Right. So when you choose full width stretched, all your content, background, everything touches to the extreme left and right. Okay. If you choose full width contained and click on publish, always make sure that you click on publish so that all the settings are saved, and only then you will be able to see it on the front end. Okay. So you can see here, now there is no actual background, only your content is, everything is full width, the background is moved out. Okay. And when you choose content box and click on publish, and when you see on the front end, you will see something like this. Okay. So that's how this 4 different works. So you can control over here. What is your default layout, or what is the layout that you want for all your pages? What is the layout that you want for all your blog posts? Okay. And what is the layout that you want for all your archives? Archives are basically the old articles or the category pages and all those things. Okay. So for that, you can control it over here, or you can choose a container width or the width of your particular screen. Okay. Or your website. Are we all clear? Why would, okay, Khalid has a question. Why would one use full width stretch? So this full width stretch is actually for page builders. Okay. There are different page builders available out there, like Elementor, Beaver Builder, whatnot, DB Builder and everything. Okay. Full width stretch is actually an option given for those websites who are using page builders. Okay. That's where when we build a custom website and everything, it's useful at that point of time. Okay. I would recommend you use a content box or a full width content option. Okay, so that's pretty clear. So you can actually decide whether you want this gray option, okay, this particular option. If you want this option, you have to choose content box. If you don't want this gray, light gray background, you can just put full width content, full width contained. Okay, so depending on your choice, you can choose all these options. So these are container. Then comes your buttons. Okay, this is where you can control your buttons, overall buttons. Okay, and whatever is your button size. So you can see here, the search button has a boxed exact rectangle kind of a shape, right? So if you want to change this, and if you want to make it a slightly rounded one, you can choose this. Or if you want the extreme rounded button, you can use this option. Also, if you want the background to be empty, you can use these options as well, right? You can see the difference, right? So whatever is the preset that you want, you can use those presets if you want. Or if you want to control it by yourself, you can use these options below. That is, what is the text color? So if you want red, you can use red. Or the first option is the normal mode. The second is the hover mode. Okay. So let's choose a different color so that you can see the difference. So red and blue. So now it's showing as red, the search button, the text. If I hover on it, it's changing to blue, right? The text, look at the text. And then there is a background color as well. If you want to control your background, you can control your background as well. Let's say blue and green. Okay. I'm just picking random colors so that you guys can see the difference. Okay. You can see here how it affects, right? And if you want to reset, you can just click on this reset option. Or if you want to use the presets, you can use the presets. Border width is basically the space around. Okay, so let me use this option. So okay, now let me show you this option. Okay, that is this. Now when you use Astra theme, okay, and a lot of places you will see this option called as border width. Okay, or not just border width, you will see something option called as top, right, bottom, and left. And there is an icon like this, okay, which has a link icon kind of a thing. Okay, so now if I change or if I put value under top, okay, let's say I put value as top as 10, you can see here automatically it is showing up in right, bottom, and left as well, right? If I change values in the top section, like let's say 25, it's actually picking up in right, bottom, and left. Right now, this is happening because we have enabled this button. Okay, so that is we have linked the values together. If I delink, if I just click on it, okay, now if I change it, it will only change at that particular point, and I can give custom values as well. Okay, now you're not actually able to see much difference over here. Let me just put it right now. You can see the difference. So there is a left spacing over here, right, of 50 pixels, right? On the top, it's just 15. On the bottom, let's give it as 50 so that you can see the difference, right? So there is a space that is coming. Cool. So these are the border widths, and you can control the border colors as well. Now you can see an actual difference, right? And you can control the hover color as well. Cool. So these are the border colors, whatever. So we can keep a border width of 10 at all places. So that's pretty good. Okay, and just show this light. If you want to use something like this, you can use those. Okay, border width of 5 or 10. That's pretty much decent. Don't use more than that. Okay, then you can also control your border radius, how curved you want the borders to be. Okay, whether you want it extreme rectangular with no rounded edges, or if you want small, you can use this. If you want something like this, you can choose this. Okay, so you can control your borders as well from here. Okay, then you can control your button font. What is your button typography? Okay, if you want to inherit, it will inherit from your global stylings, from what you have set for your body font and everything. Or if you want to give a custom number, you can put a custom font as well. Okay, then comes your padding. Okay, so padding is a space inside, you can say. Okay, so padding works. Let me show you padding. Now you can see here when I added 50 on the top, there is a space that has come inside. Okay, so if you want to have a bigger buttons or anything, you can use paddings. Okay, so you can put say like 20, 20, and 20. So if you want something like this, you can use, or it can be like 35 and 35, something like this. Okay, so that's padding. Always remember, padding means inside space. Okay, so if you want an inside space inside that button, just appropriately add the values over here. Okay, so these are the different settings that you will get with buttons, and you can use all these different styles. Or if you want to use a preset style, just use a preset style. Okay, so these are the options that you will get under global. Okay, and these are the global settings which you can control it at one shot for your entire website. Okay, after global, you will have something called as header builder. Okay, now this is where you can design your header. Okay. Are we all clear with so far with global? Just put G in the chat if it's clear with global. Okay, clear. Awesome. Okay, now let's go ahead and learn what is or how to build a header. Okay, so go to your Astra customizer and click on this header builder option. Okay, now over here you have three different types of header. One is a top header, or actually the above header. One is your main header, and then there is a below header. So there are three options what Astra gives you. Okay, now these are all the options that you're getting because you are using Astra. Okay, if you are using some other theme, you might not get these three different options. You might only get the middle one, that is the main header part. You won't get an above header or below header options. Okay, so since you're using Astra, you're getting those options. Okay. Now you can see here you have this options called as plus, plus, and plus. Okay, so whatever are the elements that you want to add onto your header, you can add it. Okay, so the first option is your site logo and title. Okay, let me just remove all these options so that it's the everything is clear. Okay, now you don't have an header. Now to add an header, what I'll do is first I'll click on plus. Okay, when you click on plus, you have all these options. So the first option by default is your site title and logo, which you can add. Click on it. Once you click on it, on the left hand side, you will get some settings option as well to add your site logo and everything. Okay, so click on the left hand side site logo, and here is where you can add your logo. Okay, if you want to change your logo, just click on change logo and just choose whatever is your logo. Okay, and you can crop or whatever that you want to do. Okay, and click on crop image and boom. Okay, that's how you can add your logo. Now in your case, you won't find this change logo, you will directly see an option of add logo, right? Just click on add logo, and from your media library you can choose it. You can also use options of this logo width, what is the logo size that you want to be shown, etc. Okay, and choose to display your site title. Okay, now site title is where your main title of your website is, or your what is your website name basically, right? So if you want to show something else, you can just type it over here. Okay, and if you want to bring it into 2 lines, you can do that. If you want to bring it in 1 line, you can use this option. Also, you have an option of site tagline as well. If you want to add taglines, you can use this option, learn through webinars, or if you want to change it, you can change it over here. Okay, and then there is also an option called as site icon. Okay, now site icon is also known as favicon, favicon. So you see this icons on the top on the tab that you see, the blue host icon, the HostGator icon, and whatnot. Okay, if you want to change this icon on your tab, the Chrome tab, okay, you'll have to add a option in site icon. Okay, just come to site icon and just click on this change image option or add image and choose whatever is the image that you want. Okay, just select it and just crop image, and your image on the top will change on your Chrome tab. Cool. So we are coming to that, how to fix the top by making sticky. Okay, so that's how you can change your logo, you can change your titles, you can change your taglines, you can change your site icon or your file icon. Okay, now once you have added that, now on the right hand side is what we want the menu to be shown. Right now here you can see here we have added the logo, here we have added the titles and everything, and now maybe in our header we want a menu to be shown, and let's say we also want to show a button on the end. Okay, so what we'll do now is the next step is adding a menu, right? So let's go ahead and click on this option plus and add a primary menu, right? Because we have created a menu a couple of minutes back, right? And we want to show that menu thing, right? So that's how it is being shown now. Okay, apart from that, we also want this is a button. So let's click on this plus button and let's choose this option called as button. Okay, so that your button is also shown. And if you want to take to some other website or take to some particular page like contact us page or something, you can just put the link of that page. Let's say https master wordpress.in/contact. Okay, whatever link that you want, you can just use this option and just change the name, contact us. Cool. So we have simply created a new cool header. Okay, if you want to add more number of elements to your header, you can just use this plus option, and you can use these options account, HTML1, HTML2. If you want to add one more header, you can add secondary menu. If you want to add a search icon, you can add a search icon. If you want to add social links to your header, you can add a social links. Okay, you can see here, right? And wherever that you want to add, you can just add it. And you can also use this pencil icon to directly go to that particular option and just put in your URLs and everything of your Facebook page, of your Twitter page, Instagram page. And if you want to add more social icon links, you can just add those options as well. Cool. HTML1 and 2 are just like how you have text. Okay, if you want to add some codings or CSS and everything, you can use these options called as HTML1. Okay, you can see when you click on HTML1, you have a blank option like this. Oops. right? So you can choose all this what you want to show here, HTML text. Okay. So that's how all these things works. Okay, whatever you don't want, you can remove it. Now, if you want to add on the top, you can add on the top above header as well. Okay, so I would recommend doing this. Let's say the social icons we wanted on the above header. Okay, so you can use this option. Now you can see here, right? So there's an above header, it's social icons. And if you want to add your contact numbers or email address and everything, you can add it over here as well. You can use this option called as HTML1. Okay, and in HTML1, just type your number. Okay, and maybe just reduce the size and everything. Cool. Okay. Hey Sural, the contact us is a button, so that's how it has already got an outer line. Okay, I've added a button over here. Cool. Are we all on the same page? Just let me know in the chat. Yes, no. Okay. And once you're done with it, make sure you click on publish. Only then it will get saved. And once you go to your front end, this was how your old header was. And if you refresh, you can see the new header. Okay. Now, if you want to customize it more, okay, you have this option called as design over here. Okay, through which you can control your background colors and everything. Okay, also you have a settings icon over here through which you can control it. Okay, so let's go to design and let's give a background color. Right now it's white. Let's say we want something on a lighter shade, and we also want the top above header section to have a different color. Okay, so let's say let's click on the settings icon over here on the above header, click on design. Okay, and just choose a background color. So let's say we want something like this. Okay, for now, and let's click on publish. Okay, so that's how you can control all these options. Okay, so there is a design tab as well through which you can go ahead and change colors. Okay, so this is how you can build a custom header using the Astra theme, and I'm just using the Astra free version. I have not even touched the Astra Pro version. Okay, so similarly, you have options of breadcrumb. Okay, breadcrumb is basically the links. If you want to show links, the permalinks on your pages, you can choose this option. Okay, apart from that, you have customizations for your blog page. Okay, now let's say for all your articles, okay, you can use this option called a single post settings. Okay, and now here you have seen the changes, right? Now here, the first thing that is shown is the featured image. Now, if you want to show the featured image below, you can just drag and drop it here. Okay. Yes, I'm the starting point for. Okay, let's see this question. Okay. How you create two separate header? So we'll just use this option. Okay, just a minute. Okay, what you do is go to your header builder. Okay, if you want two headers like this, one is over here, the above header, and the one is the main header where you have your primary menu buttons and everything. Okay, if you want a below header, one more bar, you can use this option, the third one. Okay, I hope I've answered your question, Sural. And Sam Burgess, this is your starting point, header builder. And here is where you can custom design it, or you can use the settings icon to specifically custom that particular section. Okay, now coming to your blog, okay, there are two settings. One is your blog page settings and one is your article settings. Okay, so under article settings, you can customize all these options and move and change all these options, title and blog meta to go first, etc, etc. Okay, and if you don't want to show these options like leave a comment or buy master WordPress, you can use these options of hide, unhide, and everything. Okay, use these options, and once you are done, click on the publish button so that it will be disabled. Okay, so that's how you can play around with the settings of single page. Okay, if you want to move sections, you can always move sections as well. Let's say you have enabled these three options, and if you want comments to be shown at a later point, you want to show category first, you can use those options as well. Okay, so that's how you can play around with single post settings. Then comes your sidebar. So under sidebar, you can choose whether you want to show sidebar or not, whether you want a left sidebar or a right sidebar. You can see here, right? Left sidebar, right sidebar, or you don't want to show at all, no sidebar at all. Okay, so you can use those options, and you can control it for pages, blog posts, and archives pages as well. What you want the default. So if you choose default, whatever you have set it on the top will be chosen as the default one. Okay, and if you want to customize it separately, you can choose separately for pages, for blog posts, and for archives. Okay, and you can also control the width. What is the width of your sidebar and everything? Okay, so 25 to 30% is a good space. So ideal is 30. Okay, so those are sidebar settings. Similarly, you just the way you build your header, similarly you can build your footer as well using the footer builder. Okay, again in footer you have three different types of footer. One is your main footer, that is the center one. Okay, then you have above footer, and then you have below footer. Okay, so now you can see here in below footer I have just added a copyright thing. Okay, if I want to add something else on the main footer or center footer, I can add that. Let's say I want to add a footer menu or a social icons, I can add that as well. Okay, so let me quickly create one for you guys. So I've added a HTML one. So let's say I want my blog name to be shown, okay, with the what is web development articles for beginners. Okay, so you can see here. So whatever I want to add, I can add it over here. Let's say I want to add a social icon on the extreme left, and on the center I want to add something like a footer menu, maybe. Okay, now footer menu is not being shown because it's not picked. So let's go ahead and pick one. Okay, so if you want to create a particular footer, you can use this option called as footer builder and create different types of footers as well. Cool. There are three settings. One is the above footer, one is the main footer, and one is below footer. And just like as you have for header builder, you can click on this plus button and see all the options that you have, and you can use widgets as well. So widgets, as I told you, widgets are different apps ka short form. Okay, so if you want to use a certain widget, you can use a certain widget as well. Okay, so let's click on add block, and if you want to use an image or if you want to add a gallery, you can add all those things. Cool, so that's how it is now. So in this particular widget, I've added an image block. So that's how I have got first footer, then the main footer, and then the below footer. Cool. Are we all clear on this? How to use a footer builder? Just type FB, footer builder, in the chat. Hey, no, it's not necessary, Reshma, to write Astra and Elementor. So that's what I had wrote. Okay, you guys need not. You guys can just put copyright 2021 and your website name. Okay, you guys need not put Astra and Elementor training, all the things. Awesome. So let's publish this and go back. Okay. Now, apart from that, you have some performance things given by Astra. Okay. If you want to load Google Fonts locally, you can turn on this option. And if you want to preload local fonts, you can turn on this option. So this is basically to increase the performance of your website. So what happens is when you turn on this is If you enable this, all your fonts will be loaded from the backend from your own hosting thing, okay, rather than fetching it out from the Google's website. Okay, so that makes it much more easier for the fonts to be loaded, and it can load as and when required rather than fetching it every time from another source. Okay, so that's how this particular thing works. Okay, so these are the settings that you get with the Astra free version. Okay, and these are the settings that you can do with the Astra free version. Okay, now let's quickly take next 15 minutes for the Astra Pro version. Okay, now to install your Astra Pro version, I think Sanjay would be sending you an email, okay, with the Astra Pro plugin, okay, what with the license key as well. So you guys can go ahead and install that plugin. Okay, now to install that plugin, what you have to do is go to your WordPress dashboard. Okay, under plugins, click on add new. Okay, now use this option called as upload plugin. Okay, because if you type Astra Pro here, you won't find it because it's a premium plugin and Sanjay has bought it. Okay, so if you guys want to install that premium version of plugin, what you'll have to do is click on the option called as upload plugin. Okay, now once you click on upload plugin, you can get an option to choose file. Okay, so Sanjay would be sending a zip file, so directly upload that zip file over here. Do not extract that zip folder and everything, and do not unzip it. Okay, so choose file, and from your local computer, just choose that option and click on open. Okay, and click on install now. Okay, now once you install it, it will ask you to activate the plugin. Okay, so here you will get the option called as activate plugin. Click on activate plugin. Cool. And so we have installed and we have activated it. Okay, we have just activated it on the system. Now we have to activate the license key. Okay, so for that, what we'll have to do is go to appearance and go to Astra options. Okay, so since in my case it was already installed and activated, it is showing as your license is active. Okay, in your case, this would be blank. Okay, so Sanjay would be sharing you a license key. Okay, you just pick that license key, just copy it and paste it over here in this option. Okay, and below you will find an option called as activate license. Just click on that activate license button and this will get activated. Okay, and once it is activated, here is where you will find the difference. Before installing and activating it, we just had an option called as learn more, right? But now here we have an option called as activate. Okay, so whatever are the options that you want, you can just activate it. Okay, so let me just okay, so go to appearance, go to Astra options. Okay, are we all clear how to install Astra Pro? So Astra Pro is a plugin. Okay, it's not a theme, so you'll have to install it under plugin and not theme. Just make sure that you do this thing correctly, otherwise do not try it to install it under themes. Okay, so Astra Pro is an add-on plugin, not a theme. Astra is a theme and the premium version of Astra is a plugin. Cool. Now let's activate these options. Okay, so that we can see what are the different options that you will get inside your customize. So you will now actually see the difference. So what you get with free version and what you get with pro version. That's why I wanted to go through all the settings first in the free version, so that you get less number of options, and once you activate it, you will get more number of options to customize your website. Okay, so let's activate colors and background. Let's activate typography. Okay, for now just two of these options, and now let's go to customize. Okay, so once you are inside, oh, what happened? Go back. Let me just check if there are any updates, because I just installed an older version of plugin. Oh yeah, so let me just update it. Okay, so if you guys are getting the updates, you can go ahead and update your plugin so that all the new features, all the older bugs are all sorted out. Okay, make sure you update all your plugins frequently. At least once a month, you should do it. Cool. And it's taking a bit time. Let's check. Any questions, guys? Just let me know. Okay, by the time I'll just run you through this PPT as well. I didn't go through this PPT together with it because this PPT is very I have made it so much information that you can refer this PPT as well later as you want. Okay, so I've showed you global styling typography, the colors. Okay, and I've already mentioned all the descriptions and everything so that you can later go through this PPT and understand it much more better. Okay, buttons. Okay, so I've added some points to remember which you can go ahead and check later. Okay, while practicing yourself. Okay, also shown you header footer builder, the drag and drop builder. So there are 3 sections, right? Primary header, above header, and below header. So breadcrumbs, I've already added the screenshots of those breadcrumbs. So whatever I couldn't show it, I have added these screenshots and given enough information so that you can get all the information. Okay. Sidebars, performance. So performance, you can see here how it affects, right? So there's a before screenshot and after screenshot that what I've added. Okay. Now are the Astra Pro features. Okay, so with Astra Pro features, these are the things that you will get: the site layouts, blog layouts, sticky header. So someone was asking about sticky header. Okay, so we'll see what are sticky headers, how to make it, all those things and everything. Okay, so yeah, I have added the screenshot of the option. So here you can add, in your case, this is how you will get it. You'll get a blank option. Just enter your license key and click on the activate option and it will get activated. Okay. So let me just refresh and check. So let me just check the theme update as well. Nope. Okay. So these are the Astra Pro plugin, and I've already given you the steps to go ahead and install or how to install it. Okay. Yes, I'll be sharing the PPT with you all the recording PPTs, everything, the TOC recording, all those will be shared. Okay. Manish, you don't get premium images with Astra Pro. Okay. You can use from the different stock images that is available. There are different stock websites where you can go, like Pixabay, Pexels, Unsplash.com. You can check out these websites and use images from those websites. Okay. So yeah, so you can see here, this is the before and after screenshot, right? So learn more, and once you activate your Astra Pro license key, you get an options to activate it. Okay. Now I've also added a lot of things over here. You can go ahead and check later as well. Okay, so let's go now to our dashboard. Okay, now once you have activated the Astra Pro features, you'll have to come to your Astra Customize itself for all the settings. Okay, so go to Appearance, Astra Options. Once you activate all your features, okay, just come here and click on Customize, and that is where you will get all the settings. Okay, now, so now we can see there is a slight difference already, right? So go to global, and now here you get more number of options. The option number 1, which new option that you can see, is scroll to top. Okay, so if you want a scroll to top option, you can use that, right? You can see here on the bottom of my screen. Can you guys see it? A scroll to top option. So that is, if I click on this button, it will directly take me to the top of your screen, right? You can see here. Boom. Okay, so if you want to enable it on desktop, mobile, or both, you can use this option, whether you want it on the left or on the right Okay, and what is the icon size and everything. Okay, so you can control it over here. What is the icon size, what is the arrow size, and all those things. You also have a design tab where you can go ahead and control the border radius. Okay, you can also change in the colors, change in the hover color, change in the background color, change in the background hover color, and so on. Okay, so this is one of the Astra Pro options. Apart from that, under buttons, you won't find much difference. Okay, so you will get options under color. Okay, now you have more options under color to change in the headings of each color. Okay, initially you didn't have this option. Initially you had option only till content background. So now you have more options under for each heading. You can give a separate colors and everything. Okay. Under typography, you'll find more number of options with more number of settings, more number of fonts, and so on. Okay, so that's how you can use the Astra Pro. Okay, then under header builder, okay, you will have a new option called as sticky header over here. Okay, now what is a sticky header? So let's see this example. Okay, now if you see this particular website, okay, if I scroll down, my header is not on the top, right? It's the header is also scrolling up. And what if I wanted to go to another page on the header? So then I have to go all the way up towards the header and then click on another option, right? So in that case, what you can do is, here you have an option under header builder, that is sticky header. Okay, and you can use this option called as, so now we have two headers, right? One is the above header and one is the main header. So you can choose which one do you want to stick, whether you want to stick the above header or whether you want to stick the primary header. Okay, and whether you want to stick the below header. If you want all three to be sticked, you can choose that, but it is not recommended. Only choose the main primary header to be sticked. Otherwise, it will use a lot of space of your screen. Okay, you can use this option called as hide when scrolling down. Okay, you can enable it. Once you're done with the settings over here, okay, just click on publish. Now if you go on the front end and once you click on refresh, okay, and if you scroll down, it's not happening. So let's refresh once more. Yeah, you can see here, right? Now even if I scroll down and wait, so it pops down. Okay, let me remove this hide when scrolling down so that it's always stick to the top. Right, now you can see the difference. See, now even if I scroll down, this actually stick to the top. So my menu or the primary header or the main header is always visible. And whenever I want, I can just directly click on the other pages rather than going all the way up and then clicking on it. Right, so this is a sticky header and this is one of the features with Astra Pro. There are other options as well, enable shrink effect and whatnot. Okay, you can enable it differently for desktop, mobile, on both the devices. Okay, you can also choose the animation. How do you want the sticky header to be animated, right? Whether you want to slide down or whether you want to fade. Okay, so choose this option while trying it out. The next option is one of the option is the transparent header. If you want to create a transparent header, you can create that. Okay, something like this. Okay, right here I have a transparent header, so there is no background for my header, right? And it looks very what do you say, very inside your own web page, right? So if you want to create a transparent header, you can create a transparent header as well using this option. So we just go to transparent header, and if you want to enable it on complete website, you can just enable it, or if you want to enable only on desktop or only on mobile, just choose those options. Okay, also you can have options of designing where you can control the bottom border size, the background overlay. If you want to give a light shaded background, okay, you can use those. And if you want to change the colors a bit so that it's visible all the time, you can use all these options. Okay, so there are a lot of options which you can see now. Menu color, sub menu color, social color, search color, divider, account, so many lot of options with Astra Pro. Okay, so all these are, always remember, the first is the normal mode, the second is the hover mode. Okay, so choose both the colors wisely so that you can go ahead and so that it's visible for your website users. Okay, and a lot many options apart from this under header builder. Okay, then I've already shown you breadcrumbs. Okay, so under sidebar, now you have a design tab as well, where you can control these background color, the content titles and everything. So these are the options that you will get with Astra Pro. Okay, initially you only had the general tab where you can just choose whether you want it on the left, right, or no sidebar. Right now you have a design tab as well where you can control the designing of the sidebar. Okay, and then comes your footer builder. Again, you will get a lot of options with footer builder. You will have more number of widgets, you will have dividers, more number of buttons and everything. Okay, with the Astra Pro version, which you can go ahead and use. So these are the major options. Now let's come back to blog, because that's where we are focusing on. And so right now you can see here under blog or archive. So this controls your blog page or whatever page that you have set as your blog page. Okay, you can control the design of that particular page. Right, you guys remember, right? We went into settings, reading tab, and there we selected a page called as blog page. And if you guys want to customize that particular page, this is where you'll have to look into. That is under appearance, under customize, go to blog archive. Okay, and this is where you can choose the layout. What is the layout that you want for your blog page and so on. Okay, so let me just go to that blog page. Yeah, so you can see here. Now when I choose this third option, this is how it looks. Your featured image comes on the left and your text comes on the right. If you want this kind of a layout, you can choose those. If you want this, you can choose that. If you want featured image on the top and content on the bottom, you can choose that as well. Okay, here you have grid layout. So right now I've chosen 2 columns, so that's why I'm getting 2 articles at the same time. Okay, if I want just 1 column, I just choose 1 column, right? So this is the default method that you get with Astra Breathing. But now you have options of 2 columns, 3 columns, and 4 columns with Astra Pro coming into picture. Right? You can choose 2 columns or you can choose 3 columns. Okay. Now, when you're putting 3 columns, make sure that you don't put sidebar, otherwise it will look very congested. Otherwise, 2 columns is a good to go. Okay. Also, you can control the inside, this date and everything. Okay, you can use the design tab and control the font, style, and everything. Okay, so you can also use a masonry layout. So masonry layout is, it will look a bit not aligned properly, right? One would be larger, one would be smaller, kind of a layout. You can see here the difference. If you turn off masonry layout, all the existing layouts will end at the same position, right? It will end at this particular line. But when you choose or enable masonry layout, it will adjust according to its content, right? So one would end up over here, one would end up a slide below, kind of a thing. Okay, so that's a masonry layout. If you want to have that feature, you can use those. Just or disable it, and everything will be according to the grid or according to one line, uniform, right? You can also use this option called as highlight first post if you want, so that only one post will be highlighted and the rest would come in columns. Okay, if you want to enable date box, you can enable date box, or if you don't want, you can just disable it. Right now that date box is gone. So all these options. Okay, then you also have options of date box style, square, circle, whether you want to remove featured image padding, and a lot many options under this. Okay, so post content, you can see here whether you want to show full content or excerpt. This is the excerpt. Okay, so by default it is the 55 words, the first 55 words of your article. If you want to show more number of words, you can just show more number of words as well. So that would count for all the articles, right? So that's how it would be shown. And if you want the read more button to be shown, you can also show up the read more button. Okay, you can also control the pagination style as well. Okay, whether you want a default, square, or circle. Pagination is basically, let's say you have hundreds of articles. Okay, so in one particular page, you might want to show only the first 10 or only the first 5, right? So if you want to show that number wise, you can use this option, square, circle, and everything. Cool. So these are the options that you get to customize under your blog page. And similarly, single post is basically the customization of your page inside your article. That is, when you click on any particular article, if you want to change or customize the look, you have to use single post changes. Are we all clear with this? Let me know in the chat. Just put CC in the chat if it's clear. Yes, Lucinda, date, author can come below the image like the tag. You have a direct settings over there. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Are we all clear? So that's about the session. So we had page headers. Okay, I already told you scroll to top. Okay, then there is one more option called as white label. Okay, if let's say you are a website developer and you want to add, you're creating a website for your client. Okay, and you don't want to show up that you're using Astra Pro. Okay, you don't want to show your client that you are using Astra Pro. So there is a white label option as well. So that is, if you, let me just publish that. Okay, so you can actually change the name of Astra Pro to your own name. Okay, so you have that option over here under Astra options. Okay, because right now if you go to your plugins and if you check over here, it shows up Astra Pro and their own website and everything, right? Let me just now here, if you come to your plugins page here, you can see that we are using Astra Pro. This is by Brainstorm Force. Okay, if I click on Brainstorm Force, it takes you to Brainstorm Force website and everything, right? But let's say you are building it for a client and you don't want to show that you are using Astra Pro and you don't want your client to go to Brainstorm Force website. In that case, you can use white labeling. Okay, so that is, you can click on the settings and just change the name of your theme, name of your plugins to your own name. You can put your agency author, Jackson agency author URL. Just put maybe put your own URL, agency license link, whatever that you want to put. Okay, Astra Pro bundling. So let's say Jackson Pro. Description of Jackson Pro plugin. Okay, and you can change the name of your theme, description, screenshot layout, and just enable this option and click on Save Changes. Okay, now if you just come over here and click on refresh, it would say Jackson Pro plugin with the description. And if someone clicks on this, it would take them to my own website rather than to Brainstorm Force website. How cool is that? In Astra Pro, why have you deactivated the free options? I have not deactivated the free options. So free options is already there. Free options, no one needs to deactivate it. Okay. So that's how things works. Awesome. Can the client revert it back? Actually, no. So what you should actually do is, so here you have a users tab. Okay. Now under your users tab, whenever, let's say you have built it for a client and you want to give access of your backend to your client. Okay. What you can actually do is add new user. Rather than giving your own main super admin, what you should actually do is create or add new. Okay. And put the email of your client, put their first name, last name. Okay, and just generate a new password, and under role just create an administrator and give that access to your particular client. Okay, so that way he will have his own client account or an administrator account, and you will have your own administrator account, so you can actually track in the backend who did what changes and whatnot. Okay, if something goes wrong, you'll know from which user ID or from which thing what happened and so on. Okay, so try and use this option. So there are actually 4 different user roles in WordPress. One is the main administrator role, which will have access to all your themes, plugins, everything. Okay. Then there is something called as editor. So editor is basically where you can go ahead, where you assign a person who has access to all your posts, okay, all your articles and everything. He can moderate, he can publish, he can unpublish all your articles and everything. He will only have access to your post. Okay, he won't have access to your plugins or anything. Okay, or your themes. He won't be able to change your add or delete your plugin or add or remove your theme and everything. Just post. That's the main editor kind of thing role. Then you have something called as author. Okay, so let's say you want to give access to someone of your website who wants to post on your website, who wants to write a guest post on your website. So in that particular use case, you can use or assign a particular user as an author. So he will only have access to your to his own articles. Let's say you have hundreds of articles. He won't be able to see or edit those articles. He would be only able to edit his own articles, whatever articles he wants to post on your website. Okay. And then there are something called as contributor. So contributor is a kind of an author, but then contributor won't be able to publish his own post. That's how it is. So you can assign a person, and maybe that person can add all your post and everything, but he won't be able to even publish it. An author can publish his own post, but a contributor will be only able to edit or just make some changes or add a new post, but he won't be able to publish it. And a subscriber is, he just can see very few things and everything, but he won't be able to write blogs, he won't be able to change blogs, he won't be able to see anything, plugins, themes, anything. It's just purely viewing purpose. Okay, so that's how these four roles works. And whenever you want to add any new author or an editor or another administrator, instead of giving the same credentials what you have, you should always add a new user according to his name and give a certain role to that particular user and then add them to the backend. Okay. Hey Tanuja, I'm not gonna show Elementor. I'll talk about Elementor a bit. Okay. So this is the thing. And also, okay, so there are a couple of settings that you should do. Okay, all of you should follow. Okay, so this is under settings. Okay, go to general. Okay, make sure you give a site title, that is your website name. Okay, and here is your title, and always make sure that you use this settings properly. Okay, also make sure that you give your time zone. So India ka time zone is UTC 5:30 plus 5:30, or you can just type K and just find out an option called as Kolkata. Okay, make sure that you use this option so that all your posts and articles and everything is according to our time zone or whatever time zone you are in. Okay, just make sure that you do these settings. After that, you can go to writings. Okay, so writing is basically where you can just check what is the mail server and everything if you want, or if you want to assign a default category or a default post format and everything. The main setting comes in reading, which we have already seen. That is where you want to show your latest post or which is your homepage and which is your blog page. Okay, make sure that you choose that options. Okay, also here you can control for each post in the feed what is the whether you want to show a full text or whether you want to show just the excerpt and everything. Okay, then you also have an option called as discussion. So here is where you can control your commenting settings. Okay, whether you want to turn on commenting for all articles or for how many days you want to turn on commenting, automatically close comments on posts older than 14 days. You can use all these options. Okay, what I would also recommend is most of the times you would be getting a lot of spam comments and everything, right? So if you're getting a lot of spam comments and everything, what you can actually do is just scroll down and under disallowed comment keys, just type all those words. Type maybe casino, maybe most of the times they come up with some other medicine ka name and everything, right? So whatever is the spam comment that you're getting, no, put that particular keyword over here, okay, and just save it. Now what will happen is when you put those names or the comment, the bad keywords over here, if someone is typing that particular keyword in this comment, that particular comment, he'll not be able to post that comment. Okay, or that particular comment will be disallowed. I mean, that won't come even for a moderation under your comments tab. Okay, so that's one pretty thing which you can use. Okay, and then you also have an options under permalinks. Okay, just make sure that you go to settings, permalinks, and use this option called as post name. Okay, this is because this is the permalink that I have shown you while creating your blog post, right? Make sure you set it under post name rather than choosing a plain or a day and name and everything. So in a day and name and everything, you get your date, name and everything on your URL, which is not recommended. So make sure you choose the option called as post name. Okay, and make sure you always save the changes. These are the couple of settings that you should always do and maintain. Okay. Okay, did he say how to make a column before or after blogs, like testimonial, introduction, contact or something? So that is where you will have to go to your pages. Okay, so to create pages, you'll have to go to pages, click on add new, use the option called as, you will have the same option that you, whatever we learned while creating a post, right? So make sure that you type the name of the page name, then you go ahead and create using the blocks. Okay, so you can use the same blocks with the paragraph heading, the list, items and everything. Okay, so that's how you can actually do it. And once you are ready with your page, you can just click on the publish button. Okay, I'll also show you one more thing, that is a plugin. If you're getting a lot of comments even after disallowing all the things, just type this or just install this particular plugin, forget spam comment. Okay, and you will get this option called as by Gulshan Kumar. Okay, again, vocal for local. So just install it, and it is already compatible and it's updated last 6 months ago. So most of the spam comments will get deleted automatically. Okay, so you can use these options. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. So how was the overall session today? Just let me know in the comments, and we'll go to the Q&A tab as well, so that I can quickly answer all your questions. Let me know, how was it? Good, better, bad? How was the overall session today? Did you guys learn? Was it useful? Okay, I would recommend you go ahead and see the recording once again and do it with the recording. Okay, so that way you will learn a lot. And one thing I will have to tell is a thank you to Sanjay Shenoy, okay, for giving me this opportunity. And that's how I came into this particular session, and I could do it for you guys. Okay, so just type thank you SS if you really thank Sanjay. Awesome, awesome. Hey Suril, awesome. I understand there was a lot of bouncer thing, but see the recording, okay, and see the PPT. I've took 3 days to create this PPT, okay, and it's so much information, and you'll get a lot of information inside the PPT. Couple of points I have not covered it online, but it's there in the PPT so that it's well addressed, okay. And I have also added links to a couple of YouTube videos through which you can learn how to customize it a bit. Okay, so yeah, awesome. Now let's do the Q&A. Okay, let's do the Q&A tab quickly. Awesome. Okay, so Sam Varghese says how to set up email on the website. So that is what you'll have to do with your cPanel. Okay, so just like how you have your Bluehost account or your Hostinger account, okay, wherever you have, directly under your my sites, you will have an option called as email. Okay, and you can create emails from your hosting panel, okay, for free, rather than buying a new one or a separate email ID. You can, if your budgets are not high, okay, if you want to do it inside the same budgets, you can create your email accounts or professional email accounts under your hosting account. The other ones are the G Suite or the Google Workspace, which you can go ahead and directly buy it from G Suite website and get it connected. Okay. Okay, Sam Burger says Astra versus Divi themes. Can we let us know a comparison? Okay, so there is no comparison actually. Okay, because Astra is a whole set of different theme, and Divi is a whole set of different theme. Okay, both are WordPress theme, but just like how Astra supports Diva Builder, Elementor Page Builder, and everything, Divi themes only supports Divi Builder, right? To the most extent, right? So these are two different things. Whatever is your page builder or whatever is your requirement, according to that, you go ahead and use whatever theme that you want. We always go for Astra and Elementor. If you're using Divi, you will have to go ahead and use Divi Builder. That's where it is 100% compatible. Okay, so that's it. Now, apart from that, both are lightweight, both are load free, and both are good. Okay. So, okay. Kanan says whether Astra theme has any paid option with additional features. Yes, the Astra theme has Astra Pro, which is the premium features, and that's what we have seen in the last half an hour, right? Surabhi says our site is getting a lot of spam comments lately, thousands. How to prevent them and delete the existing ones? They are not approved. So if you want to delete the existing ones, there's a select all option. Just go ahead and click on select all and just delete it. And for new comments, new spam comments which are coming, just install the same plugin which I showed you. Just type forget spam comment in the search bar and you will get this plugin by Gulshan Kumar, which is one of the best. And I have also used Clean Talk to some extent. It's also good, but they have only a 14-day trial. And after that, they'll tell you to make a payment. Okay, so you can use this option. First one, forget spam comment. Okay, so Sam Burgess says which contact form is recommended. There are multiple forms. One is contact form 7 you can say. Other is, so see, to know or to use CF7, you need to know a little bit of HTML thing and everything. So those who don't know HTML thing and everything, they can go for WP forms. And those who know Elementor can go with Elementor forms. Okay, and Sanjay says, what are all the plugins you would recommend as critical, necessary, and desirable for a blog? So one is get your Updraft Plus plugin. So that is your backup plugin. So if something happens to your particular website, okay, so there would always be a backup, okay, and you can always use those plugins. I just add a particular different URL to the same PPT sheet where you can just check how to install or activate the Updraft Plus plugin. Okay, and apart from the Updraft Plus plugin, you can also use something called as, if required, you can use some security plugins and spam comment plugins. So that is what is the most basic ones. Okay. Apart from that, if you want some additional functionality, then only you go ahead and install any particular plugin. Okay, so that's it. The critical ones are for sure is the Updraft Plus plugin, and maybe you want to use a really simple SSL plugin just to make sure that all your site is loaded on the SSL, the HTTPS version. Okay, that's it. Okay, so yeah, so that's already answered. Prahlad also has the same question: which plugin are necessary, minimum required? Already answered. Alok also has the same question: security and caching. So caching is WP Rocket. That's one of the most recommended. Apart from that, that also if it is necessary, if you want to make it increase the performance of your website. Okay. Debashish, I have already added. I've shown you the table of content plugin, but still I'll go ahead and add a separate video on the PPT where you can go ahead and check the table of content thing. Okay. And Jayendra Sahu asks, I have created multiple categories and some categories have options. Those options are not visible in regular desktop screen. It's going out. How to ensure they are visible on the same screen? Okay, so those who are facing this issue where you have added multiple categories and all those things in your menu, and if it's going out, what you can do is just go to your appearance menus. Okay, and there you can go ahead. Let's say now Okay, let's put up something like this. Okay, let's say I have all this menu, this in the menu. Okay. This is my menu. Let's say about sample page, under sample page, blog is a subcategory or a sub page, sub menu, and under blog I have sub menu, which is all these articles. Okay. Now what I'll do is, let me just save and show it on the front end as well. Okay. Now if we just refresh. Okay. So now if you say, now let's say this particular thing you're not able to see and it's going out of your screen and everything, what you can actually do is, first option is click on the screen options on the top and make sure you're choosing the CSS class. Okay. And then what you do is go to this particular sample page or the sub menu. Under CSS class, just type the option called as AST hyphen or dash, just put LEFT, just put dash, and over there you can just type a line and just put sub dash menu. Okay, I'll just copy and paste it in the chat as well. Okay, so now once I save this option, okay, now if you go to the front end and click on refresh, now all your sub pages will open it on the left. Cool. So now you can see here, initially it was sample page. When you click on blog, all these articles should used to open on the left or on the right. Now it is opening on the left with a simple CSS code, right? That's what I've shown you over here. Was that query for Astra theme? Yeah, not really, but to some extent, yes. Okay, so instead of, so most of the themes would have this setting, but since Astra is not included, you can use this simple technique over here. Okay, so yeah, I've just pasted the code once again on the chat. Okay, I'll also add it on the sheet as well. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, let's go with the other questions. Okay, Sam Burgi says adding photo with URL, will it help in reducing the size of website? Will it help in SEO? So yes, you can add a photo with the URL. It won't reduce the size of your website. Okay, what you'll have to actually do is, whenever you install or add any image, just go to this website called as tinypng.com. Okay, and over here, just upload that particular image, whatever that you want to compress it. Okay, now here you can see here, okay, mine is already compressed. Okay, now it is showing as 47.2 KB, right, for this particular image. Now still you can see here, from 48 it reduced to 36.1 KB, which is 26% less. Okay, so when you insert anything, okay, insert any image, it will compress and just download this particular image and use this image to upload it to your WordPress backend rather than uploading it directly on your WordPress thing. Okay, so always try and compress the image and then upload it to your WordPress thing, so that way it will be lightweight. Okay, yes, it helps in SEO to some extent if you add some alt text and everything. Okay, cool. And then anonymous attendee says, how many alt text can be used for featured image? You can use 1 or 2 max. That's what I recommend. Okay, Sam Burgi says ideal size of featured image and the image we add on post. Okay, so the ideal size of featured image is 1200 by 630. Okay, pixels. 1200 by 630 pixels is what is recommended. Okay, so tags are useful for SEO to some extent. Initially it used to, but now not to that extent, because it kinds of like spams the user. because most of them, what they do is they keep on adding like 10-20 different keywords, which is not useful. Now WordPress search bar is so powerful, and what do you say, is so intelligent that it can actually go ahead and fetch all your articles and everything, even if you don't put your tags and everything. Okay, so Prahlad, I hope I have answered your question. Seshnath, I have already shown you how to add authors and author's name, right? So you can actually create a user for that particular author with their name, email address, and everything. So giving them access to your WordPress to their own post only, right? I hope you got it. Just let me know in the chat. Madhu says, what does maintenance of website mean? Maintenance of website mean by updating your plugins, updating your themes, just making sure that you all your pages are intact and there is no breakage or anything. All your images are properly being shown. That's it. If you're talking about AMC, that's the annual maintenance. That is what your website developer takes care, right? For the renewal of your domain, for the renewal of your hosting and everything. Okay. So Sam Bogi says custom link. Can we have option to open in a different tab? Yes, that's I've already shown you, right? Just use the option called as link target, and you can choose the option called as open in a new tab. Surel, I've already shown you this, how to create a sticky menu, right? How to change URL in Elementor Builder. So that's the same way. That's the same way how you change your permalink of your permalink is the URL, right? So that's how you can change Elementor Builder as well. Nothing like it. Prahlad, Astra is useful for news website. Actually, Astra is just a theme, right? Apart from that, for news website, it would be your articles, right? So you can use the same Astra theme. You can use Astra theme for anything. Let's say you want to create informational website or e-commerce website. Still, you can go ahead and use Astra. Nothing like it. But still, if you want to specifically use a certain theme for news website, you can go ahead and check it out. So there are a lot of articles for this top 5 WordPress themes for news website and so on, which you can go ahead and check. But yes, Astra can be used for sure. Abby, I've just shown you how you can adjust the right and left for your navigation, the menu navigation. Just make sure you use the same code in your CSS class and then change it anywhere. Okay. Hey, Surel, you can create a landing page in WordPress. So basically, you can use different page builders out there, like Elementor Page Builder, and you can go ahead and create a landing page in Elementor as well. Now, where will your customer database will be stored is basically you can put a form and you can start collecting all the details of your users, right? The name, email address, and everything. So that's what you can get it in the backend. So that's when you'll get that option in the WordPress dashboard when you install that particular plugin. Okay. Yeah. So Madhika says, what about e-commerce and WooCommerce? So WooCommerce is a software or a plugin basically, which helps you to have an e-commerce store in WordPress. Okay. So if you want to create an e-commerce store, you can use the plugin called as WooCommerce, which help you to add products and have your cart page, account page, and all those things. That's a whole together a different big plugin which you can, and WooCommerce is just one plugin, right? There are thousands of add-ons for WooCommerce itself through which you can add more number of features and everything in WordPress for your e-commerce store. Rahul, you can increase and decrease your size of your paragraph using the typography option, right? So the place where you set your body font size, that's where you can set your paragraph size. Okay. Surel, okay, Surel says, can you take a session on Elementor block building? Okay, I'll come to that question. Okay, so how many of you guys think that this is not enough, and would you guys love to learn to beautify your website with a custom design as per your imagination? How many of you think that? Yes, I want to build a custom design website, or a website like something like this. right? Or maybe a website like something else, or how about Sanjay's website, right? Where you can go ahead and check Sanjay's uh, sanjayshanar.com, right? Where you can totally customize all your sections, columns, widget, uh, everything, all your design, be it header, be it footer, be it a pop-up, and everything, right? You can see here how Sanjay has created his own website with custom design and everything. How many of you guys think that, yes, I want to learn, or I want to know how you can go ahead and create something like this, right? So if you guys are interested, then I am doing a 6-day Elementor workshop. Okay. So this is a separate workshop. Okay. And in this particular workshop, I teach you how you can customize each and every part of your website using Elementor Page Builder. Okay. So Elementor is an also all set of different plugin, okay, which helps you to do a page building. Okay. And it's a drag and drop builder, easy, anyone can go ahead and do it. No need to know any coding or anything. Okay. And anyone out there who has a little bit has already got an idea about what is WordPress can go ahead and create a custom design just like these websites, okay, with all your icons, fonts, and everything. Okay. And this is a 100% practical training. I do take sessions on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. So what I do is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. I go ahead and show you or teach you something which you can actually go ahead and practice on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays and Sundays. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays is where I come online. Okay, this is something what I'm planning. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I'll just be online so that I can see you guys go ahead and practice. And whatever doubts you can have, you can just directly ask it. And Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'll go ahead and teach you, which you can practice on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Okay. And apart from this, you also have lifetime access to all the session recordings and everything. And as a part of this particular workshop, I also give you an Elementor Pro plugin for practice for all of those. Okay. Now, this is how the structure or the curriculum is. So day one is where you learn what is Elementor and how it works. Okay. Day two is where I teach you or show you how to custom design a WordPress page with Elementor. Okay. Day three, I'll show you how you can create a custom header and footer. Okay. That's 3 times, 5 times better than what you actually saw now. So what you saw in Astra theme is the basic version, even if it's with the Astra Pro, but still with Elementor Pro or Elementor coming into picture, you can create whatever design that you want. Okay. Day four is where I teach you how to create a custom blog post template, right? Where you guys see a lot of different templates, or you guys see a lot of articles on the internet, right? And all these articles are so pure, so beautiful, nicely designed and everything, right? So you guys can also go ahead and design something like in that manner. So that's what I teach you on day four, where you can custom design a blog post. And day five is where I teach you how you can create a custom landing page in Elementor, where you can sell your product, sell your service, whatever that you want. And day six is where I teach you how you can create a custom pop-up with Elementor. Okay. Now let me just show you one of the same landing page what I've created for the Elementor workshop. And I'm pretty sure you guys can also go ahead and custom design a landing page just like this after the workshop or in the day 5 of your workshop. Okay. So, okay. So you can see here, are you an affiliate, marketer, content writer, professional, having a WordPress site, but struggling to design your pages? Imagine never having to worry about designing a back page again. And that's where you learn 6-day Elementor workshop, right? And I've given all the sweet 16 reasons and everything. And you can see all these animations, right? So you see this particular guy. If I scroll down, it increases or it comes together with my own page, right? And the next batch is actually starting on 19th January. Okay, so if you guys are interested, let me know. Okay, and you can create all this landing page, pop-ups, custom blog post template and everything. So far, it's been more than 100 students and have received more than 45 plus reviews, and all are 5-star reviews. Okay, apart from that, I have also received 16 plus video testimonials, which you can go ahead and check on the YouTube page as well. Okay, I'll just show you one of those. Okay, so let's see this. How many of you know Divya? Have you guys seen him? Have you guys know? Anyone knows him through DD? Yeah. So just check what Divya says about this Elementor workshop.
And how to strategize your digital marketing efforts and how to create right campaigns and right strategy, right funnel for your business. The problem that I often face was I found it very challenging to teach website setup and especially beautification of website through Elementor or other things. And that was not my cup of tea. I always faced issue as to how to beautify the website. Like I could coach people on how to set up a website, the WordPress website, but it was very challenging for me to get around Elementor. And I always shied away from it, but that was like a chink in the armor that I always felt. So I always longed for learning Elementor, and going through YouTube etc. was okay. It was there, it was available, but you always lack action when you watch something and just try to just follow it. So I was looking for somebody who knew Elementor very well, and that's how I came to know about Jackson. He is my yeah, I know him through digital marketing groups, and I knew that he teaches people. So I was like, Jackson, I want to learn from you. And when I joined the very first session, I got the complete clarity on what is Elementor, what are the basic, fundamentals of Elementor. Because I mean, if you don't understand the fundamentals of anything, then what will
Like this is all the testimonials, and there are a lot many other testimonials what I have received, and everyone is super happy, and everyone says that, hey, this is one of the workshops that everyone should do it. Okay, and apart from all these things, I also give a one-to-one attention and one-to-one doubt solving as well. So if you guys have any questions, any things that you want to get it done, and you want to ask me questions related to Elementor or WordPress, anything, I give a one-to-one attention as well. Okay, now the next batch starts on 19th January. That is the upcoming Wednesday. Okay, so the duration is 6 days. That is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And apart from that, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I will be live, and you can come for that same session and do practicing and quickly ask me doubts as there as well. Apart from all these things, I also have something called as Day 7, where everyone comes in and asks questions, and we solve it by screen sharing in your own website as well. Okay, so this is one of the workshops that I do. And if you guys are ready to take an action today, I can provide you some of the amazing bonus. Okay, the bonus for you guys is I can provide you an Elementor Pro licensed version. Okay, yes, everyone would get an Elementor Pro, but those are not licensed versions. Those are just for practice, and after practice 1 month down, it fades away, it goes out, so you'll not get updated everything. But for the first 15 enrollees for today, so I'm going to give an Elementor Pro licensed version, okay, for 1 year, so which is worth more than 3,600 rupees. Okay, and the offer for the HIT SEO students and the HIT content students is actually you get it at 1,999. Okay, and if you guys are ready, so you can just click on this particular link, that is lwpt.in/Sanjay. Okay, so I just put it in the chat. So you can just go to this particular link and book your seat. Okay, so the next batch, I don't know when I'll do the next batch, but this batch is starting on 19th. And since it's a one-on-one session that I'm doing for each one, okay, so I would highly recommend that you guys go ahead and join it, and or at least book it out, so that even if you are not able to join this batch, then you can go ahead and join the next batch, which most probably might be on February end or March. Okay, but the offer of this Elementor Pro license, I just have 15 of those left. So those who want to grab this particular offer of Elementor Pro license version can go ahead and book it out. And yeah, so that's about the Elementor workshop. And this Elementor workshop comes with a risk-free. So that is, even after the 6th day, if you guys feel that this is not worth it, and I didn't learn anything or anything that sort of, you get your 100% money back. And this I'm telling it in the recording so that you don't have to worry. Okay, so you take your 100% money back if you don't think that this is not value and this is not worth it, the money, or you didn't learn anything. So that's my promise, and I'm 100% sure that you love it and you will enjoy it, and you guys will learn a lot about. And after the end of this program, after the end of this particular Elementor workshop, you guys can go ahead and design WordPress websites for other clients as well. You can start a freelancing journey as well if you guys want to enter into this particular industry of WordPress designing and development. Okay. Yep, I have added the link once again. So that's lwpt.in/Sanjay. Okay. So yeah, so that's one thing that I wanted to give you guys as part of this particular today's workshop. So if you guys want to learn, or if you guys want to take it to the next level of WordPress designing of any page, any post, pop-ups, landing pages, then I would highly recommend. Okay, so that's it. Hey Sanjay, so yeah, apart from that, I also do a Canva workshop. So those who don't know how to create or design hello, can you just check? I've just shared the link on the chat. It's lwpt.in/Sanjay. LWPT is Learn WP Tutorials, or Learn WordPress Tutorials, you can say. So as soon as you click on this particular link, lwpt.in/Sanjay, that will take you to a checkout page, directly a checkout page. Okay, so you can see here, just put your name, last name, and the city, PIN code, phone number, and email address. And on the right hand side, you will get an option to pay by Razorpay. Just click on this place order. Okay, and once you click on place order, that will ask you to, oh, since I have not filled it, it is showing this error. Once you fill up all the details, and once you click on place order, it will directly give you an option to make a payment. Make a payment, and you would get a WhatsApp message as well as an email with the confirmation. Okay. So yeah. Yes, Ajira, you can book the place, and if you want to attend the next batch, I'll inform you when the next batch will be. So if you want to grab the offer of Elementor Pro license version, you can book it out. Okay, because I'm not sure how many are yet left for the license. Okay, so maybe I'll not be able to offer for the next batch. So you can book it now and join the next batch as well. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, just post it in the chat related to Elementor workshop. Israel, don't worry, I'll just send you a message if you're not able to make a payment. Okay, I hope you guys are all a part of the WhatsApp group, and if you guys want to send me a WhatsApp message, I'm open to that as well. Okay, so if you're not able to make a payment right now, but you want to grab the offer today itself, just you can send me a message and I'll let you know. Okay. Yeah, Ghazala Parveen, I'll send you the link. So I've sent you on personal chat as well. You can check here the payment links. Okay. Can you guys check it? I have also now posted once again for everyone. Okay, so if you're not able to see the link, then it's pretty simple, lwpt.in/Sanjay. So that's the one link. Yes, you get all the recordings of all the sessions, okay, of today's recording as well as for the Elementor workshop as well. You get all the links, all the recorded links, all the slide decks. That is by default, you'll get it, nothing like it. Okay. So yeah, so that's about Elementor workshop. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know, or we'll continue with the Q&A. There are some more questions that I have to answer. Okay, so let me just, I think no questions related to Elementor workshop. I'll just quickly tell it once more. Okay, so the 6-day Elementor workshop, the day by day plan is day 1 you learn what is Elementor and how it works. Day 2 is where you can learn how to design our custom WordPress with Elementor, design a custom page with Elementor. Day 3 is how you can create a custom header and footer, right? Day 4 is where you can learn how you can create a custom blog post template. Okay, rather than creating one by one for each article, I'll show you how you can create a template and set it for all your articles, for all your existing articles, differently for all your categories and whatnot. Okay, and day 5 is where we learn how you can go ahead and create a custom landing page with Elementor. Okay, so you can try to create a landing page for your product or for your service, whatever that you want. Day 6 is where we learn the marketing technique, right? The pop-up technique, how you can create a custom pop-ups with Elementor with all those forms, all your subscription to newsletters and everything. Okay, so the next batch is on 19th January. That's the upcoming Wednesday. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have our sessions at 8 p.m. It's somewhere till 9:15 to 9:30. That is 1 hour 15 minutes to 1 hour 30 minutes. And I'm planning to have a session on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays where I'll be live and you guys can come live and do the practice. And if you have any questions, you can ask me the questions and I'll solve it live then and there. Okay, apart from that, I'll also have a day 7 where you can always come and ask all the questions after your full practice. Okay, what you need is just an internet connection and an WordPress website, which I am pretty sure you guys already have it. Right, so that's about day 7 and the Elementor workshop. Okay, so yep, I'll just post one more time in the chat the link to the Elementor workshop, which comes with a 100% money back guarantee as well. If you guys don't love it after the 6th day as well, you just can tell me and I'll refund 100% of your money. Okay, cool. So now let's go back to the question and answers. Okay, so anonymous attendee asks, does Astra theme support SEO? What do we have to do it? So yes, Astra theme supports SEO and it's 100% compatible to do an SEO. What you'll actually have to do is you'll have to install an SEO plugin. Okay, so one of the plugins that we recommend is the Rank Math plugin. You can check Sanjay's YouTube channel. Okay, and in that YouTube channel, you have an option. Sanjay has a particular video which explains all the features of Astra and Astra Rank Math and Rank Math Pro. Okay, so Rank Math is one of the SEO plugins that we recommend and Sanjay recommends, which you can go ahead and check. Okay, and if you're not a part of HIT SEO, I would recommend you to be a part of HIT SEO, and it's coming up. So today evening, Sanjay is also doing a launch webinar. Okay, where you can go ahead and check the what you'll get to learn in HIT SEO. Okay, so you can check that as well. Okay, Anish says under header primary menu, instead of a button, can we add an icon or an image? Yes, we can add an icon or an image. You will have to use the HTML widget. Okay, so you can add an icon or an image as well. Okay, which plugins are necessary, Prahlad? So Prahlad, I've already informed you. So one is if you want to use the Astra Pro features, you can use Astra Pro. Then next is your backup plugin, that is the Updraft Plus. For spam comments and everything, you can use the plugin that I've showed you, Forget Spam Comments. Then if you want to secure your WordPress website, you can use WordFence or some other plugins, whatever the security plugins, if you want. So these are the main or the minimum required plugins or the main essential plugins, what you can say. And if you want to custom design, I would recommend Elementor Page Builder. Okay, so that's one of the next plugins that you can use. So Saptarshi, what is the use of Elementor? So Elementor helps you to do page building, custom page building, right? So now you have seen all the options under Astra, right? And the Astra Pro. Here you have options to change your color, change your typography, change your width and everything. That's it, right? But you don't have, apart from that, let's say you want to build a custom design. So all those things are not available in the theme settings. That's where Elementor comes into picture, and you can create a custom, totally custom design, whatever design. You throw me up any particular website out there, and you can create amazing designs out there using Elementor Page Builder. But there are other page builders also available in the market, like Beaver Builder, DB Builder, and so on. Okay, and there are something called as Breezy and Oxygen Page Builder. But what I have been doing is I've been using Elementor from the start, from like 2017, from the time when they started, and it's been amazing, amazing. Okay, and you will love it once you start using it. So Mani says, can we disallow website links or spam links in comments? Is there a query for that? Yes, you can disallow website links. So what I've shown, you just go to your comments tab, okay, and if they have added the spam links or website links in the comments, just edit that particular comment and remove the website link, and that's how you can remove it. Okay. Anonymous attendee, I have already answered this. Astra Team supports SEO, and you have to use Rank Math plugin to do the SEO job. If you want to know what are the features and how to use Rank Math Pro, there is already a video done by Sanjay in his YouTube channel. You can check that. Or if you want to learn SEO, today evening there is a launch webinar for HIT SEO, which you can go ahead and check, and I highly recommend it. Should we install malware, firewall, those kind of plugins? Not required, Surabhi. So one is for the spam comments that I've already shown you. The other, if required for security, is WordFence is the one of the plugin that you can add in. Okay, apart from that, nothing much required, because most of the times your hosting provider already takes care of all these things. Okay. Jira says, can you update the plugin names in the presentation so that it will be helpful for beginners? The plugin names is the Astra. So in today's presentation, it's the Astra theme and the Astra Pro plugin, and you'll get the Astra Pro zip file on your emails given by Sanjay. Okay, so there is nothing apart from that. Are you talking about the Rank Math and the other plugins that I'm talking about? Yes, I'll update that in the sheet. Okay, so Mitra says, is it necessary to install really simple SSL even if we have the SSL certificate achieved for a website from a hosting company? Yes, I would recommend it you to install really simple SSL. It is because, yes, there is an SSL being provided by the hosting company, but what happens is, if you do not put really simple SSL, it might not redirect. Sometimes what happens is, if a customer or a website user directly types in your name, it might go to your HTTP version, even if you have an HTTPS. So with really simple SSL plugin coming into picture, it will force the URL to go to only HTTPS version and not HTTP. Even if someone types in HTTP version, still they will go to HTTPS version only. That's what really simple SSL plugin does. Is it forces the URL. Okay, so it's highly recommended. What is the setting for blocks to appear in 2 columns? So Sam, you'll have to install Astra Pro plugin. Once you install Astra Pro plugin, activate the blog layouts module. Okay, just go to Astra options, appearance, Astra options. There we'll find this option called as Block Pro. Just activate that option. Once you have activated it, go to appearance, customize. Under blog option, you will find the option called as grid layout. So there you can set whether you want to set it at 2 column, 3 column, 4 column, whatever. Madhvika, the material for building e-commerce website is, the main plugin is WooCommerce. Okay, so if you guys want to learn about WooCommerce, just YouTube. That's where you have a tons of resources and everything. Just check the WooCommerce YouTube channel. Okay, so that's where you'll find a tons of all the materials that you will require for building an e-commerce website. Yes, Reshma, you need a plugin for SEO. That's rank math. I've already answered this. Anonymous attendee sitemap is basically a page where you will have all the links which is published on your WordPress website. Okay, so if you go to sitemap, you will get all the links, all the posts, all the links put in one particular hierarchy format of your website. That's what is a sitemap, and it is used to submit to your Google search engines so that your Google search engines doesn't have to go to each pages. It can just come to your sitemap and know what are the different links, different posts, different pages that is there on your website. Hey, congratulations, Rahul. So you says I have booked HIT map that started, which is yet to start on 19th. Yes, you will get an information about the orientation session and everything soon. Okay, just wait for your, just look into your emails. You will get soon. You will get all the emails and everything. Sam, I think I have already answered this. Settings for blocks to appear in 2 columns. So Rahul says, has created a WordPress site and used theme plugin pages, robot text according to affiliate. Only one post is published. Can this site be listed as business? Yeah, I didn't get this question. Rahul, I'll take this question on WhatsApp chat. Just send me a WhatsApp chat. I'll take this question over there. Yes, Tushar, Yoast is also pretty good. Okay, but we recommend a rank math to be a little better than Yoast. Okay, but Yoast is also as powerful and you can use that as well. Yes, anonymous attendee will send all the plugins list and everything on your emails with the recording and slide decks and whatever is required. Or just ask in the group and I'll just post it there as well. Cool. But give some time. Do not keep posting in the group today itself. Give us a day's time and we'll send everything. All right. So I think all the questions have been answered. And it was a wonderful session. I hope that you guys have learned a lot and you guys enjoyed this particular session. And thank you for joining on the Saturday morning. And it's been already 1:30. I know all of you are hungry, and let's go to the lunches. So bye. See you sometime else on some other webinar. And let me know in the group, how was it? Post about this particular workshop. How was this particular workshop today's in your WhatsApp group, the HIT SEO group or the HIT content group, and I'll be happy to see all your messages. Thank you. Bye. Take care. See you. Bye. Good day.